sharing your audio.
Hold on to your coffee or your water because Canva is getting a major glow up. After watching, you'll be a pro at navigating the revamped interface, unleashing the power of their AI assistant, customizing your workspace, and using the freshest templates and editing tools to create designs that dazzle.
And welcome to Content Creators Connect. Here we're all about encouraging the 3 C's, connecting with others via video, content development that builds your personal brand, and creators sharing their experiences despite their distance. And I'd like to say welcome to Content Creators Blah, blah. It's one of those days, I think. It's at the weekend, and we're just trying to wrap up the rest of the weekend. So, why don't we just jump into saying our presenter today is going to be Dori, known to everyone as DSpence, and is using her superpowers to install confidence in those around her and helping others become experts in their own adventures.
Well, in case you all didn't notice, we are missing this guy right over here. He is with his team. They are working really hard, and we are sending them the absolute best vibes ever. And before I dive into my question, Anna is back. Anna's hanging with us tonight. So, Kevin, knowing how much we all absolutely love Canva around C3, my first question is, did you get a chance to watch Canva Create 2024 where they showed off their newest features? And if you did, without spoiling too much, which feature are you most excited to use when you get the glow up?
Canva? Never heard of it.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, no, I use Canva a lot, and I see on the top of the banner of the whole symposium and webinar, and I still have yet to see it. So that's why I'm super pumped about seeing your presentation tonight, because I know you're going to pick the golden nuggets out of that entire presentation and share that with us. So I am looking forward to have my notes all ready, my pen and paper ready to jot down all those super awesome tips that you're going to be sharing with us.
Yay!
So if this is a type of content that you would like to see more of, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you can get notified when we go live, and you can experience all the nice bloopers that we have, just like like today.
Listen, it's a little out of whack when there's only two of us, so we forget the rhythm, right?
Exactly.
So before we move to content, though, Anna just said she feels a little bit like a beginner. So she's very excited to see what Canva has to offer. So with that being said, we are going to slide on over into the content. Okay, so couple things before we dive right into my screen share. Canva unveiled their newest glow up with a recent keynote at their Canva Create event. Now, I will say that according to the latest news, it is going to be widely available to everyone by August. For those of us who had an opportunity to quickly go and click this super top secret button to get beta access, I'm not gonna lie, I've been playing around with it and it is oodles and oodles and oodles of fun. So if you haven't gotten the glow up yet, stay tuned. By August, they promise that all of their customers will, in fact, have it. So I'm going to roll over to my screen share. Now, what you're looking at right now is the standard view, the user interface that everyone has access to right now in Canva. And you can see that this is our thumbnail for tonight's show. And a couple things I want to point out as I'm going to transition into the GLOWUP interface here in just a second. One of the things I want to point out is when you're looking at this screen, the menu on the left takes up a whole ton of real estate. That giant black area where, you know, you could do this, right? You could do that, but you have to go in and you have to manually click on something for that menu to expand again. And it just takes a little bit of extra clicking to have it become visible and invisible, right? The other thing I want to point out is when you click on an item, your toolbar is very cemented. It's stagnant up here in the top area. It's not a floating toolbar. It has all of the features available to it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my home screen and I'm going to switch into my other Canva account that has the glow up feature. So let me slide over here. Are you ready for this, Kevin?
I am so pumped.
Okay. Ta-da! Now, a couple things. If you notice on the left, right, there's the toolbars here. You've got to create a design in this area in the top left, which is naturally where your eye goes, right? Changing your account information now has moved itself up here to the top right corner, out of the way. It's not taking up major real estate. And you've got a more simplified navigation toolbar here on the left. One of the other things I want to point out is, number one, there is a whiteboard feature that we're going to discuss briefly for collaboration. And there is an education area along with being able to build a website. Some of these tools I have not had a chance to play with yet, but I can promise you that in the coming weeks, I plan on focusing on Canva tutorials for our C3 streams. So I'll be hitting this a little tiny bit at a time. So what I planned on doing, because Canva is so great at putting resources out there for people in using their software, I figured instead of reinventing the wheel, I'm going to utilize the resources that they have put out to the public to show the changes in their interface, to show the new apps and tools that are available. So one of the things I'm going to start with is I'm going to start by clicking on this resource here that says, what is new in Canva? And they call it the glow up, which I absolutely love. So let's see if I can, sweet. Okay. They're going to point out a few things that I've already kind of briefly mentioned. One of them is the floating toolbar, which in using the old interface with our C3 account and using the new interface with my school account, I love the floating toolbar. It's intuitive. The tools on it will change based on what it is you're trying to do. So if you click on an image, the options that you're going to get are going to be things like edit image, add filters, magic grab, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes, which is so awesome. So here's a side-by-side, which I've already showed you guys. Making, yes, Anna, making a website with Canva, they have made it very, very, very easy to navigate for content creators. So before the glow up on the left, after the glow up on the right, it just looks like a cleaner palette. You have way more real estate to work around with, and just those small little touches that make it great. So one of the things that they have really focused on is giving content creators more elements, more graphics, and things that are going to just enhance the products that you create, whether they be for marketing, whether they be for team collaboration, whether they be for your social media posts. They've really given you a lot to work with here. So the side panel, when you click on an object, it appears. And then when you click back onto your image, your document that you're working on, the menu will automatically retract and give you that really important real estate. And then animation of items is really, really more advanced now than it has before. So if you go into here, I'm going to hit escape for a second, because one of the things about these resources, if you have the ability to look at them, is you can interact with these resources and you can do the things that they're telling you to do so you can try them out. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to do exactly what the instructions say. So I'm going to click on the rocket ship, and then I'm going to come over to animate up top. And then I'm going to hit create an animation. Now, if you notice, right, all those standard animations, they still exist. For those PowerPoint users like me, those Microsoft users out there, this is like creating a custom motion path in PowerPoint for your animations. So basically, I'm going to hit this button, and then notice how everything else goes into the background and only the rocket ship is available to me. And I'm going to, I can create a perfectly straight line if I want to by holding shift. I can even control the speed of it by the speed of my mouse. So I'm going to hold the shift key down, and I'm going to go really slow. And I hope you can see those dotted lines that appear.
Yeah.
And then it will play the animation for you. And if you're happy with that path, you just hit done. Simple as that. Now, in subsequent slide panels, they're going to talk to you about a tool called Magic Grab. We're going to talk about that when we get to the apps. You can take an image that has 3, 4, 5, 8 different objects in it. You can grab one of those objects and you can do things like delete it completely. You can move it. You can animate it. And the really cool thing, well, I don't want to spoil it. I'm going to hold up. I'm going to hold up on that. I'm going to hold up on that. Sorry, I'm like a kid in a candy store with this stuff. So the animation is really becoming more and more advanced. You can edit an entire photo. You can add a filter. You can add effects. This is something that Canva has had really from the beginning. But one of the things I wanted to show you is that when you go into the toolbar now, it's on the right instead of taking up all that real estate on the left. And when you go into filters, they've revamped this whole area. If you look down here at the bottom, right, you can now crop in this area. You can flip the image. You can add rounded corners. You can add a lot of features that you had to do by going into multiple menus in the old interface. And then, so say you want to add a filter to it. Ooh, that looks kind of cool, actually. They just have added so much more. Next is going to be, oh, okay, this is the Magic Grab. This is so cool. So One of the biggest things that Canva focused on during their keynote is the addition of more AI implementation into all of their tools. And Magic Grab is one of those things that is being powered by AI behind the scenes. So I'm going to hit the photo of the astronaut. Okay, so there's two photos there in case you guys are having a hard time seeing. The photo on the left is the astronaut floating. The photo on the right is the surface of the moon. I'm going to hit edit. And then I'm going to click Magic Grab up here in the Magic Studio. Now, I can use a paintbrush to select a certain area, or this is the newest feature, the click feature. I'm going to hover, and as I hover, it intuitively picks up the astronaut. I'm going to hit it, and then I'm going to grab it. Now, it takes a second for it to process that. It says grab a cup of tea, so I'm going to take a sip of my water. Now, when it completes that task, there are now two pictures on the left. There is the background, and there is the astronaut. So now, I'm going to move the astronaut over to the moon. Now, this is the thing that I was going to spoil, but I decided not to. What do you notice happened to the background when the astronaut got moved?
The background was removed.
Yeah, I mean, if you consider this original picture, right? They're not two separate items. It's an image of an astronaut on top of space, right? If you were to use a program like Photoshop or something prior to all of the AI implementations in all of these programs, if you were to remove that astronaut, it would be dead space. It would be just white space, right? In this case, the AI filled in the background for you. Like, that just completely and utterly blows me away. I'm sorry, I'm in my geeky high right now. So this is something that is coming with teamwork and collaboration. For those people who are used to using things like Google Docs and even like Microsoft Teams, you're used to being able to collaborate, make suggestions, leave comments for people on their documents, on their slideshows. Canva now gives you that ability to do that. So when they want you to find the duck. So I'm going to click on the little ducky. And then up here, above the toolbar, Anna's like, wow, that looks so easy. I know, right? I know. It's great. It's so crazy good. It's so crazy good. And this is just touching the surface, not even like, we're not even getting deep. So I'm going to click on the ducky, and right above it, there's that little quick toolbar that appears. I'm going to hit the comment icon, and I can add a note, yippee, or spell it actually yippee. And if I want to, I can add a sticker, I can add an emoji, I can mention someone. So if I've shared this document with a colleague, I can mention them. So we'll add a sticker that says, wow. And then I'm going to hit submit. And now, if you notice, number one, because I have the duck selected, the comment appears on the right, just like it would in a document. And there is a little bubble icon of my head showing above the duck, showing that I have left a comment there. It even looks like a little speech bubble, which is cool. Just those little added touches. Next, we have the home page. Now, I'm not going to dive super deep into this. I'm going to save this for when I do a subsequent follow-up, but just suffice to say that one of the things that Canva has recognized is when you get to the point where you are using Canva as much as so many content creators are, it is easy to lose things. And so one of the capabilities that they have added is the ability to star items and create an outline view. So when you want to quickly get to a certain point, you can hit outline and it'll take you right to a certain point in a document. If you want to have things organized in terms of priority on your homepage, you can star certain items and they will automatically lift themselves up toward the top of the list, which I absolutely love. So let me just kind of show you guys again. On the left, you've got a home button, you've got projects, templates, and then you have a recent area. On the right, your customization is limitless. You can prioritize what it is that you see on your home page that you need to touch as quickly as possible when you open up Canva. Yeah, Kevin, the customization is just, it's killer on that. And again, starring your favorites, being able to customize, you can add certain emojis. So let's say you're someone like me that might accidentally create something in my school account that was meant for my C3 account. And if I'm doing some cleanup or organization, I recognize that I can quickly add an emoji to it and then go back, and all of the emojis that have, say, like the smiley face or the thumbs up or something, I know I need to organize and send over to my other account or something. So I really like that. It's just, I don't know. I can't get over how much they have really thought about and put into this update. This particular screen here shows you a lot of the apps that are coming down the pike. So I'm going to switch gears and show you a couple options with docs and some other things. But Magic Design is something that's amazing. Magic Morph is an ability to kind of take your text and turn it into something else. You have the ability to create what's called a brand voice. Now, as you guys know, there are certain words that I just use in my vocabulary, like peeps and certain things like that. I'm not super formal when I talk. I'm very formal when I write for school, but when I'm in my content creation era, I'm way more like laid back, a little weird, things like that. I can train Canva to change any piece of text that I put in here, to change the wording of it using my own brand voice, which you have to input text and things like that to train it. I'm really interested to check that out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bounce over to the home page, and I'm going to just quickly show you some docs updates. Again, I'm just scratching the surface. We're going to go into detail with this over the coming weeks, so that by the time August rolls around and everybody has this new update, everybody's been glowed up. You guys are going to be utter experts at this. So Canva docs. There were a lot of issues with the use of docs in Canva. When you're used to using Microsoft Word or Google Docs or things like that, there are certain things that you want to be able to do quickly, efficiently, and usually with the push of like a single button. Creating tables, creating columns, creating page breaks, things like that. Well, I'm here to tell you that Canva has now put all of those things into their docs area. I know, it's so amazing. So you can even highlight this line of text, and then notice, because I've selected text, my toolbar changes. I can make it a heading, and it automatically applies certain formatting to it. This right here demonstrates the ability to change your voice. And by voice, I don't mean, I mean the way your text is written. So I'm going to show you guys really quick how this works. So I'm going to highlight this, and then I'm going to hit Magic Right up here in the toolbar, and I'm going to go to Change Voice. Now, you can add a new voice right? This is where you can start adding your brand. But one of the things that is automatically built into Canva is the ability to like formalize a piece of text. So I'm going to hit more formal. It's going to take a moment, and now it's done things like put capitalization where it belongs, put punctuation where it belongs. It's even changed the writing to make it complete sentences, coherent sentences, a good transition. It made, it put some adjectives in there like a diligent worker, things like that. So I don't know. I'm very, very, very intrigued. I know that I have said that probably about 20,000 times. I may say it 20,000 more. Here's the suggestion mode. This is where like some teamwork, collaboration, and things come in. So it says click editing in the toolbar and then select suggestions. So I'm going to highlight this. And I'm going to say, oh, this is a spelling error. So I'm going to highlight that word. Okay. And then I am going to go to, where are you? Where'd you go? Where'd the suggestion go? Ah. Well, now I'm crying.
So
Now
is
let's
it
just,
the 3 ellipses at the that like as soon as you
oh,
highlighted the word, there were 3 ellipses?
no, I realized what I did. It's actually like way up in the toolbar where it says editing up top. The same thing that Google does on the right-hand side of the page. So now you can go to suggesting. See, I'm used to having the menu pop up right there. So now I can literally just type the correction next to it, and it will take that as a suggestion. So page breaks are another thing. Adding columns are now in the elements area. So if you go to elements, there's this whole new columns area. You can add a column with borders. Like, seriously, this is crazy, 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 crazy. Outline. If you look when you're in a document in the bottom left corner, I don't know if you guys can kind of see where my cursor is circling down here. If you click outline, it's going to show you all of the headings and things that you have created in this document, and it will allow you to jump to any position in the document as quick as that. And so at its most basic level, those are some of the updates to documents. Now, templates and apps. I'm going to actually save that for last. I want to just show you guys really quick the whole teamwork and collaboration thing. This is something I'm going to do like a whole training on, I think. But Canva has added the ability to create a whiteboard. And you can invite people to this whiteboard as editors. You can, there are just so many small nuances to what they have done here. You can put images of people in here that are your team members that are invited to the document. You can create a team name, hit the share button so that you can collaborate with people. I'm in my school account, so I wouldn't be able to share it with you, Kevin. And then you can click on these items, move things around. You can add text, you can add images, you can add, brainstorm maps, webs. There's a lot of things actually that are in the elements area by default that you can add to this whiteboard, like those Venn diagrams and things like that. And then this part is really, really cool. When you're finished with this brainstorm, with this collaboration, you can actually transform this whiteboard into another file type, into a document that you can then share out with other colleagues after your brainstorming is done. And that is up here with this resize and magic switch. So these options here are new. These have always been here, being able to, you know, change up the size, use a standard social media template, things like that. So I can actually transform this into a document, and I can say a creative blog post. So that's going to compile all that information that lives in there, and it's going to take it and create an actual blog post from the text that was in that whiteboard. I know, just, I'm done. Like, I'm ready to just tap out. Like, seriously, like crazy, right? Crazy. So that's why I want to do like a whole training on this kind of stuff, because the ability to translate something that you work on in just mind map form and have Canva's AI craft a blog post from that is insane. Now, I want to end tonight with showing you the templates and apps. Okay, I got to share this right now. Like, Anna's mind is completely blown, and I can appreciate that because mine is as well. Now, again, the apps, I'm not going to get hot and heavy into them tonight. We're going to really focus on a lot of these abilities in the coming weeks. But suffice to say, one of the things that they talked about in their keynote was giving people the ability to have more types of templates built right into the system. So for example, if someone is working on a marketing team for a company, there is a whole slew of marketing related templates that are now available to you. Also, in addition to that, you can change the style of a template that suits your needs. So if you're a really formal type of company, then once you pick a template that you need, like say like a pitch deck, like they have, for example, on this slide, once you choose that, you can then modify the style so it fits your very formal needs. Or if you're someone that's like me, that's the antithesis of formal, you can also choose a style that works with that as well. So when you go, this is very straightforward, just as it's been in the past. So I don't even have to click on the word design. I hover over it and the toolbar shows up. You know, I can search for, we'll say pitch deck. And I'm gonna say click on this one. You can drag and drop it. And then it'll say either replace the current page or add it as a new one. So I will hit add as new. Okay. And then there it is. It's just inserted that, that page into, and then right here is where you can choose styles. So if I like the style of this one, but the content of this one, I can modify that. So there's just a lot of things that they have added to the templates area to really just help people that have different needs for Canva. Not everyone comes to Canva to just use the photo editing or, you know, the slide presentation developments. Like there's a lot of other use cases for Canva. A lot of people are moving to using Canva as a sole source of just collaboration, editing, brainstorming, all of that. So you can also use graphics. Some of these things, again, they've been there, they've just added more to it. So you can go to elements and search for graphics. You can add a video. So if you go to elements and you go to videos down here, you can search and then drag a video. Oh, it's summer. Why not? right? And you drag it into the pre-existing frame, and there you go. I know like you summed it up perfectly, Kevin. A one-stop shop. It's crazy. Some of these other things are really cool. I don't want to touch on them a lot. I just want to show you some of the abilities that are out there. Now, what I want to point out is over the course of the next couple slides, they're going to direct you to the apps area and to search for a very specific application. So for those that are not really familiar with Canva in a more advanced level, if you go down to the bottom of your area here, there's a whole app area that you can search for. You can search by if it's AI powered, if it's creative. And then once you use an application, it's going to show up for you as a quick tool. The ones that you use most often will appear down below in your menu toolbar on the left. Okay, so reflections is something, so if you're holding something and you want to create like a shadow reflection of it, you can use an app called Easy Reflections, and you could generate a reflection of this girl's hand holding the phones over the water. You could create a reflection of that in the water if you wanted. You can flip it. It'll make it a little bit transparent. It's pretty cool. Another app that they highlight as a new feature is Pixelify. Yep, that sounds about right. And you can pixelate any image that you want. I did play with a few of these that were in the demo slides. This one was really cool. Text art. You can type in a word and tell it what you want it to look like, and it will create that. So if you go to text art, yeah, yep. So I'm going to type in, we'll do hello, and we'll do breeze and see if that works. Oh, okay. It's no longer available. Well, available starting July 1st. We'll have
tomorrow.
to look into that. Yeah, well, we're going to have to look into that. I don't know why. It worked for me earlier today. Okay, I don't know. You get 5 credits every day, and okay, I don't know.
What is it?
That's
The error at the very top there. What does that say? It's a little
says
small.
text art is no longer available starting July 1st. We appreciate you using our app. So I'm going to have to reach out to Canva and inquire on that and see what that's all about. Text gradients is another option. You can add, I think I did this already. Yeah, I did. What will you design today? And then you can choose your gradient colors. You can choose the font, and then you can hit add to design. And you could do something with gradients that way. In the past, we had workarounds for that. We could accomplish that goal, but now there's an app that's available to it. Manny is going to absolutely positively love this feature. Manny, if you're watching, you're going to love this feature. You can use their built-in AI to generate a presenter for you. And we are definitely going to mess around with this when we mess around with some of the other AI tools. But you can pick a look, you can pick a background color, you can even upload audio if you want it to be your voice, but not have yourself visually on screen with the presentation. It's pretty cool. So that is a lot of ground covered. Needless to say, Canva has a lot of amazing things coming for each and every one of you. So my first question to anyone that's joining us tonight is, do you have the GLOWUP, and how much have you played with it? And the second question is, if you don't have the GLOWUP, What exactly are you looking forward to messing around with and implementing in your Canva workflow the most? And Kevin, that second question is coming to you.
First of all,
Uh-huh,
that
uh-huh,
is
uh-huh,
some
uh-huh, uh-huh.
crazy, crazy stuff that is going to be coming down the pipe. So, looking forward to being able to get access to everything and see exactly what they've been working on. And luckily, this past week, I when I logged into my Canva account, I actually had an option pop up saying, "Did you want to switch?" So I clicked on yes, I do. So I actually have the whole, I think I do have access to everything that you do, which is awesome. But I haven't gone in to play with everything yet because I didn't know what everything is. So I have the redesigned layout on the main page. So I've just been using it as I always have been. But one thing I did notice was that one of the apps was missing that I usually go to, and that uh, was it Magic Media. But I think that is coming down the pipe with Magic Design. So I'm looking forward to that being available. But I haven't really gone into play with it. So the first answer to the first question is zero. Well, other than moving over to the new layout. But what I'm really looking forward to, everything. Uh, I'm very curious about that last one that you were talking about was the presenter, like having an automated presenter, being able to play with that. Um, a lot of the other AI apps that they're developing and using AI for. Um, the team collaboration type of tools as well. Looking forward to that. And just everything. And adding in a bunch of every other things, like with your docs, your whiteboards, your like I said, it's a one-stop shop for everything, whether you're an individual creator or you're working together with a team. It's a place where you can, like you said, you can share the link to a document, you can share a link to a graphic and send it out. And now you can actually have people leave comments and notes saying, yeah, I like this, or maybe you want to consider tweaking this in this way. So if you
Mm-hmm,
have a sort of an advisory team for some of your graphics, maybe they can provide some feedback as to what captures their eye versus what you think that they get it from the get it from the horse's mouth as opposed to trying to guess what they want to see. So I
yeah.
am absolutely loving all of these, and I'm gonna have to go watch that the video of the presentation because it was crazy, crazy, crazy good information. So Canva, like I said, it's a wonderful tool that we use at C3. So hopefully everyone out there, if you don't have Canva, go sign up for the free account and then take a look at what some of those pro features, and then you'll very quickly decide that wow, this is going to be a very worthwhile investment for the type of things that you can do and design in Canva. And also the website stuff, that is exciting for me as well. I definitely do need to dive in a little bit more because, like Anna was saying, that due to finances, which a lot of people are, it's expensive to have a website. So, needing to dive in to find out like where is it actually hosted, and can you create the names of not the domain name, but the like it'll probably be like canva.com slash and then whatever your username is going to be. But where's it actually going to be hosted? How intricate can you get with these websites as well? So looking forward to playing with that a little bit more and looking forward to your tutorials on all of these things to dive a little bit deeper. So I'm super excited. Great job today, Dory.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to bounce. I just want to see. I love that Anna said, wow, that looks so easy. Because I know Anna has at times said that some of the technology stuff is a little bit overwhelming, a little bit intimidating. I love the fact that Anna was watching this overview and believes that this is something she can 100% dive into and touch. And that makes my heart smile. That makes my
Yeah.
heart smile. Kevin, I saw your question on magic design. Now, I just double checked and I have magic design, I think. Hang on just a second. No, magic media. I have magic media on the left. And it allows you
Wow.
to create images, graphics, and videos now.
That was interesting because the earlier in the week I was searching for it and it wasn't showing up. But now that I type it in, now it's there.
Yep. Couple other questions. I saw that you said, can you drag and drop pages? 100%. So if you find something, you have to add it in from a template. Once it's in the stack, you can then drag and rearrange the order of those pages. Just super easy down in the timeline below.
Yeah, specifically
And
with that document, I was wondering if you, as you're going through your document, you added a page and it's like, oh, but that belongs further up. Just like a
yep,
PowerPoint, yeah, inserting that slide in between where it's more relevant than at the end.
yeah, you absolutely can do that. 100%.
Awesome, awesome.
Anna also said, oh, Anna, you got to log in. She's got to log in. And she's feeling a little motivated to create some content. And that is what we are all about here at C3. So that also makes me really, really happy. So in closing, let me bounce over here. In a nutshell, Canva's 2024 update is, in my humble opinion, a game changer. It is offering us a customizable workspace, a powerful AI assistant. It's giving us a really sleek new interface, fresh design templates, advanced editing tools, the whole package. So these features are designed to elevate our creativity and efficiency and transform the way we approach our design projects. And we, as we have said, probably 10,000 times here at C3, we absolutely love Canva and we have focused a lot on it. For more Canva goodness, you need to take a look at this video that Kevin did back in October where he showed off the power of Canva's Magic Studio, which is now also getting a glow up. It was called Canva's Magical Updates. It was posted in October of 2023. Hopefully, Kevin can grab the link. If not, I can grab the link and put it in the YouTube description after the stream. So, if you enjoy content like this and are finding it useful, we would love it if you would like and subscribe. Sharing our content is also a great way to spread the love. Visit our website for information on all the ways you can connect with us at linktree/content creators connect. It's right on over there. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and X. And as always, please drop down in the comments below and let us know what kind of content you would like to see in the future.
And with that, thanks for joining Content Creators Connect, aka C3 tonight, as Dori discussed how we set up and how we'll be using this wonderful update from Canva and see what kind of different apps that will help us in our content creation process. We will return next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, where I'm going to be talking about what's on my phone as a content creator. And, Canva is one of those apps. So some of these updates, I have to go and play on my phone to see what kind of changes it is on as a mobile device. So we will be multicasting live to YouTube, Facebook, and X. So be sure to join us. Until then, we urge you to identify and lean into your 3 C's. Start today creating unique content that builds connections and breaks down those barriers. And for all my Canadians out there, tomorrow, Happy Canada Day!
Happy Canada Day! See you guys
We'll
next week.